Afternoon guys, 17th of October, just here, one of the last days of drilling now until we have the last of the sugar beet out. Just drilling here down for the Jockey Club in Exning, drilling some second weights. Yeah, palladium, 200 kilos a hectare. Got the latitude dressing on. My brother pulled this up this morning with the Turano and I'm just drilling now. Straight on top with the Vardastat, unbelievable seed bed. We've spread solid digestate and liquid digestate on here. Normally we would plough it, but we've Turano'd it because it's so dry. So, right, just showing you here, on the GPS it says that we've missed this part. Matthew was pulling me up on it, saying that I'd missed it. Well, as you can see, I don't think we have, Matthew. So you can apologise to me now. Say sorry, Tom. I'll do this video for free. So look, here's all the seed. Look, there's loads of it. Look, Mad Matt. Look. Jesus. Look at it all. There we go. Probably on too high a seed rate, to be fair, as well. There you go, look, there it is as well in there. Look. No, so the GPS is not telling the truth. Which is a good job, isn't it? This is just some second wheat going in here. We spread some solid digestate on it and some liquid. We've Turano'd it. Subsoiled all the headlands to 24 metres. All the tram lines. And we're just drilling some palladium second wheat. It's got latitude seed dressing on, drilling at 200 kilos, which is giving us 450 seeds per metre square. So yeah, see how it goes. Hopefully get a roll on it this afternoon or tomorrow. Wouldn't quite roll yet, but it won't be far off. Yeah, and then get the pream on it before Sunday, hopefully, which will be Proclus Liberator, or Proclus, however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, no, the Turano and everything's done a lovely job here. It's the first time we've ever done this over here with the Turano, just because it's been so dry. Instead of plough pressing it all, we just thought we'd save on a few costs. But it'd be an interesting comparison. Normally we tip all the muck down and digestate, and then it takes a while for the crops to get their root system to get down to it, but now it'll be readily available in the seed bed. So it'll be an interesting comparison. We'll give you an update as we go on throughout the year. Just to show you something annoying but funny at the same time, we planted this hedge 3 years ago here now, and if Matthew shines his camera around, you will see there's a, what's that, 20 metre gap, where somebody one night came along and stole the hedge plants, the canes and the tree guards. So that is another job we need to do this winter if we get 5 minutes, is just patch that in, because yeah, as you can see, the rest of the hedge along the road is looking well, apart from the bit where some horrible dirty bloody nicked it. So yeah, not very good. It makes me laugh, but it makes me angry at the same time that somebody's that tight that they wouldn't go and buy some hedge planting, they decided to nick it. But there we go. Anyway, that's another 18 hectares drilled. So we've officially got 42 hectares of second wheat left to drill. Living my best life here in the 7 to 8. So yeah, and brother's just on the Turano pulling up the last 29 hectares in front of me. It's actually going really well, to be fair. So here's Mad Matt's Kia now, better not hit that. Kia Matt, you'd have a cry, wouldn't you, if I hit that? But yeah, so no, we're cracking on. Drilling's nearly finished, apart from behind sugar beet. Here, just put the camera around there, Matt. Look at the stubble turnips, everyone. We've got the sheep coming next week, or end of next week, because we'll be finished drilling. So we'll be out there. Fencing, electric fencing next week. Ready for the sheep, so that'll be a good job. We're probably going to block it off. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. We might do it in 40 acre bits. That field there's 125 acres. plus there's another 7 hectares just behind the field, actually joins on, there's no hedge between the 2 fields. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Here we go, look. So this is why we've got the sheep coming. So as you can see here, there's some big old bulbs. They were planted, I think around the 18th of July. They had a bit of rain when they went in, but it's marvellous what they've done really. They've had 60 mil of rain on them, a bit of digestate, and yeah, plenty of green top, big old turnips. So yeah, sheep should have plenty to go at out here. I don't know if there's much black grass. Bit of fat hen, Mad Matt. Look at him. That's a weapon of a one. Look at him, blimey. Look well, don't they? Leave that there for the old sheep. This is just where Paul was loading off the tankers, so just where the tankers run down a little bit, but here's what it is. We wouldn't have a crop like this without the digestate, so. But look at them, they're massive, aren't they? What are they, knee high on me? Fair job. Fair job. Look how dry it is. There'll be dust coming off the sheep's feet when they're out here, look. Yeah. No, they look well. A bit of forage rape in here as well. So no, all good. All good in the herd. Right, better get back to drilling before it rains. On Sunday, don't want to get caught out looking at turnips. Afternoon all, we're in Burwell today, sunny Burwell. In the 620 quad track again with the Trano on the back. Second week's going in after digestate, solid and liquid spreading. Currently just doing the headland on the last field. Matthew's decided to start filming on the headland rather than on the 1,000 metre long runs which we were just in for some bizarre reason. Yeah, it's going well. This is the second time I've done this field. Got across it fairly quick. I'm doing about 13.5, 14k, about 14 hectares an hour. So this field's just under 30 hectares, and I've done it. Well, I would have done it in about just over 2 hours, to be fair. So that's some fair going. So basically, we've done this first time at the same depth, a little bit deeper on the second time. Just the second time at another direction, just levels it off and just makes sure that all the ground's moved. We don't normally do cultivating like this over at Burwell, but we thought, considering it's been so dry, we've had bugger all compaction, we just thought that it'd speed the job up. So yeah, we just ended up trying to do it twice, and then we've been round with the 5-leg 3.4 metre sumo subsoiler 7 times, just to give a nice bit of width of subsoiling on the headland where we'd say the most compacted areas are. Still, even doing that, the tractor didn't struggle. We had a 939 on it when it was on tick over, but still good practice to do, especially for second week as well. The quad track itself does guzzle up some fuel, but when you actually work out the work it gets done compared to doing it with a smaller implement, smaller horsepower tractor, etc., at the moment you're doing anything from 6 to 7 litres a hectare, and you're doing about 14 hectares an hour, whereas if you had something smaller on it, it'd take longer. Arguably, I don't think it does as good a job. I find that the wider cultivation implements levels fields up better and does a better overall job. And also, the wider you are, the less marks you've got from the machine that's actually pulling the implement, and in this case, obviously, the quad track. But yeah, just coming into the corner here. Matthew lights out there when we get in the corners. Easily drop her down like that. as I go forward, I'll be in the right one. Good bit of speed as well, you get such a good mix of soil and you get a good shatter on the ground as well. As you can see, I don't know if you can see out of the back window, there actually is a bit of dust coming off. Where we spread the digestate on, it's just made the sort of top 2 inches a bit sticky. And actually, second time, you get more of a mix up of the soil and it's actually drying it out, believe it or not. We was hoping for a bit of a sunny day today, but it's actually a bit dull, but it's not cold, so tomorrow looks better. Tom's drilling currently with the 728 6 metre Vadestad. He's about a field behind me at the moment, so this will be his last field as well, obviously. And it'd just be nice, bit of a relief to get drilled up by the 125 acres of sugar beet we've got also in Burwell, but we probably plan to get them out sort of end of October, start of November time, because it's so dry and because they took a bit of time to get going, them sugar beet. They didn't look as well as what they did on the heavy land. We've decided to leave them in a bit longer than what we normally do, so that'll be an interesting one when we get them out. And we usually plough and power harrow drill like straight behind, but we'll see what the weather does. We might end up just doing what we're doing here at the moment. So I've just got out of the cab, just finished heading on this last field over at Burwell for the moment. Potentially could be the last outing with the Triano and the quad track, depending on when the sugar beet come out here, depending on what the ground conditions are like. Matthew just pointed out, he reckons this is a fair good example of what the cultivator does. So you can see where I've just pulled out the ground here, and this is the end result of just some legs without the star wheels going over top of it, sort of to level off the ridges, and then the packer at the back. And then you can see where the packer has been. It's lovely and fluffy, but this probably ain't the best representation here of how the fields come down, to be fair. If you come out here a bit further, this is the gateway here, so it's always going to be a bit knobblier, but yeah, sort of, do you know what I mean? There is bundles of tilther. Can't moan at that. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the video and we'll see you again soon. Thanks everybody as well for who's purchased a calendar so far. Just remember, till the end of the month they're on an introductory sale, so if you're interested, please get one bought. And also everybody who hasn't subscribed, please keep subscribing, and thank you for the new people that have subscribed over the summer and in the last few weeks. It's much appreciated. Yeah, and next week when we see you, we'll be giving you some footage on the mouse, because the sugar beet have started going again into British Sugar at Berry. So yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you next week, and thanks very much. Cheers, bye.